The materials that you're going to need: tan colored clay, white clay, pastels, this is burnt sienna, and yellow ochre. Decorations, I'm going to be using a kiwi cane. Tutorials on this can be found on YouTube, but this one is purchased online. Using a macaron top that I made, and I should be making a tutorial on this soon. And I'm just going to use a piece of that, as you can see with this cupcake. For the tools, I'm going to use a toothbrush, and this one is not, it is only for craft use. So not for personal use, just for crafting. A ball tool, a fluffy soft brush, a blade, and a toothpick. I'm also going to be using a Wilton icing tip, and this should also only be for craft use. It is the number 14. It's a small 5-star tip. To form the base, I'm just going to start with a small portion of clay and go ahead and roll this out, putting more pressure on one side than the other, forming a cup shape. And eventually you should come to a satisfactory cup. This cup is a little too tall, so I'm going to cut off the excess. And then reform it a little. Take a portion of your tan clay and begin to roll it into a circle, then flatten it down. Make sure it's a little bigger than the cup. Go ahead and put indents along the sides of this cup. Begin tapping it lightly with a toothbrush to texture. Now scrape a little bit of the pastel onto your surface. And tap it a little bit onto the surface of the paper before you actually try it onto the clay. move on to the icing. Take your icing tip and fill it with white clay. Push it through with your ball tool. Once you have the desired amount of icing, go ahead and twist it off. Then twist the icing gently and layer it on. And once you have that done, you can just layer it with your favorite or desired topping. And here's your finished cupcake.